السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أهلا وسهلا. Marhaban. Welcome to this video, guys. I hope you guys are. It's a bit late now. Well, I'm gonna tell you the reason why I'm late today, before anyone asks. So basically, what happened was my tire. Yesterday, I went to the car, and I realized in the side of the tire, on the front driver's side, the front passenger side, there was a bulge in the tire. And if anyone doesn't know what a bulge in a tire is, it's basically where you have a sort of like a popping out, tires popping out a bit on the side. And what happened was, wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Is the sound working? Sound working, everyone? Yeah, can you guys hear? Hopefully you guys should be able to hear. So yeah, so the tire basically had a bulge in there, and when you have a bulge in a tire, what that basically means is it's very dangerous. The tire can burst at any moment on the road. So if any of you guys ever have a bulge in a tire, I never imagined that this could be a problem. And I don't know, has anyone of you guys ever had a bulge in your car tire? Yeah. You can hear the birds, yeah? Yeah, mashallah. Loads of birds in the back. Always making noise. Yeah, so maybe one of these days I can do a live stream in my garden. Yeah, garden live stream. What do you guys think of that? Yeah, show you my plants. Different plants I've gotten. You guys can help me, because now they're changing in the summer, in the heat. A lot of them are starting to blossom, and they look very nice. So maybe I'll show you guys that. Hopefully the internet connection should be able to work from the garden. And yeah, so yeah, if you got a bulge in your tire, yeah, you need to change your tire, man. Trust me, you need to change your tire. Otherwise, it's illegal. You can get points on your license. You can injure yourself. You can damage someone else. You can harm lives. So they're not worth it. So basically, what I done was, there's a mosque where I live. So they have basically Jummah. They don't have like the full Jummah. What they do is they give a talk, and then in the houses, the receivers, the kind of talk goes there. So I went there. I gave a Jummah. That's why I'm all nice and dressed up. And then after that, I went to the tire place. And in the tire place, the guy took about 40 minutes, 45 minutes. And I thought I was just going to go there, do the Jummah, come back home. Yeah, and, I'd start the live stream. So, yeah, so unfortunately, that's what happened. Then when I went to the tire place, there was another guy there. And he basically got his tires fixed, but the guy didn't have a card machine. It's like, you pay cash in hand. And then that was a big problem, and then headache. But anyway, heat is outside. It's very, very hot outside here. Yeah, very hot. And alhamdulillah, there's a nice breeze coming through the window here. You can feel very nice and cool. Yeah, so you know what I'm saying. So that's what's happening, guys. That's the latest. And the other latest thing, I'll show you some of the other things that I've got. So as you guys can see my room, yeah, more things are coming. So and the back, can you see over there that desk? Yeah, I told you about the desk, didn't I? That's the desk that goes up and down. Yeah, so you can do work standing up and you can do it sitting down. So it's really useful for stopping yourself from getting back pains. So that's one thing. And I'm gonna show you another thing here. I've been given some things to test out. They're like these little kid things, and I'll show you guys this in a minute. Yeah. So, has any one of you ever seen one of these? Have you ever seen one of these? This is the first time I actually tested one of these out. So there's a guy who actually wants to sell these, and he wanted me to test it out, see if it was all legit and all that. So this is a prayer mat for kids to learn how to, and for new Muslims to learn how to pray salat. So basically what you do, at the moment the batteries have run out, so I can't bother changing the batteries. So you basically press this, starts up, and then it starts, you can hear audio, right? And then, see over here, it teaches you how to give adhan, iqama, and then it teaches you all the prayers. It teaches you all the prayers, and you can hear how they pray, and you can follow it. So you basically learn, how to, and then it's got like dhikr as well. You can do some dhikrs after salat, azkar, Yeah, so this is one of the things I never came across this before, you know. This was like the first time. So I was thinking of making a video on something. Forget it. It's like, you know, a review video, the benefits of it, sort of like pros and cons of it. So that's one thing I was given to test. Another thing I was given to test is one of these. I don't know if you guys have seen one of these. Yeah, so this is another thing. It's basically like a book. It's in, I think it's Indonesian, English, and Arabic. So it's got like, you know, it's a bit crazy, weird. I mean, why would you want Indonesian, English, Arabic? So like you put this on, yeah, you kind of like press this.
Anak-anak, mari kita belajar bahasa Indonesia bersama.
Yeah, check that out. Yeah, so you guys know Indonesian.
Children, let's learn together.
Yeah, and then you kind of like press on here. So let's say for example, learn English. Okay, you got it.
Jeep.
J, Jeep, yeah. And the Arabic one? Ha, Halib. Yeah. See, there's some weird stuff in it. I mean, it's a bit crazy. You know, they should have put more time into it, effort into it, and made it more solid. But I don't know. Sometimes people just want like cheap style things. So I'm not too much of a fan of that. But it's like interesting how people have thought about making one of those to help kids learn Arabic. Yeah. So there's like two of those. That's the main thing. Then the other thing I'm going to show you guys, which I got, is one of these. You guys know what this is? This is a Wacom Intuos Pro. Yeah, Wacom Intuos Pro. So basically, the videos that I make, some of the videos like Kuduri and Qasas, Surah Qasas, you see me writing on the screen. So I used to use my old one. This is my old one. See, I've wrapped some paper around here just to kind of make it feel like paper. So this is my old one. This is called a bamboo pen. Yeah, bamboo pen CTL 470. And I bought this. It was about maybe I don't know, 9 years ago. Probably 9 years ago. Yeah, 9 years old. Bought it for £60 then, and it's really kind of worn out. This is the pen, and then the problem is the reason I had to buy a new one. So this works on my laptop, but on the new Mac Catalina, yeah, it doesn't work anymore. They've actually stopped the software for it. Yeah, they don't upgrade the software for it anymore. So now I can't use it on my computer. I can use it on my laptop, and after a while, when I update my laptop, then probably won't be able to use that on there. So I had to get this new one. So this new one is actually very, 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 very good. Right? It's actually much better than the old one. Yeah. And a lot of you guys always ask me, oh, what do you guys use? What do you use to, you know, do your writing and everything? Well, I'll show you what I do. So this is the Wacom, right? This is it. Very similar. Only difference is this one you can use pen. So I have this pen with this little nice holder. Yeah, this is a pen with a holder. And basically, what I do is I write on here, and I can actually connect it through tethering through a wire, or I can actually Bluetooth it as well, so I can sit wirelessly, and I can do it. That's very, very useful for me. Yeah, because sometimes what happens is you might need to walk around in class or something, and this is very, very useful. Yeah, so the wireless feature is gone there. The writing is very nice as well. Feels very smooth. Yeah, the pen is much, much, much better, and it's got these buttons on the side for short keys. Yeah, that you can use, and you can also use without the pen. So you can use your finger if you like, and you can, you know, scroll across the screen. So this is a very useful. Now there was 3 of these basically. There was 3 of these. So if you are thinking of getting like a pen or something like that, right? There's 3 of these you can get. There's a large, there's a medium, and small. This is the small size, right? You can get these for about 190 pounds. I got mine for. Medium one is probably about 250, something like that, and then the large one is about 350. Okay. Now obviously I don't need the large one. Those are for like really professional people who are into drawing and all this kind of stuff. Well, I'm not into drawing. I like drawing, but I'm not into you know, that kind of into it. But yeah, so this is what came through the door yesterday, and I was thinking of doing an unboxing of it and showing you guys, because a lot of you guys are asking me of my setup, what kind of equipment I use to do all of this stuff. So yeah, this is the kind of equipment I use, guys. Yeah, it's a very, very nice Only problem is, I would say, is if you want to start this writing, make sure you know how to draw and write first of all. Because the problem is someone might buy this kind of stuff, but because their writing is not neat, you know, you lost the plot there. Yeah, because people are not going to be able to read your handwriting. So make sure that you practice your writing, get your writing good, and that's it. So that's the other thing that I got. Yeah, it's excellent buy that is. And is there anything else that I had? No, nothing else. There was something I'm thinking I'm getting, but at the moment I haven't got it. It's supposed to be a small stand. Yeah, so I can put my camera on my desk. Yeah, so that's it, guys. That's basically my Juma, my Friday. And like I said, the room now is kind of almost set up now. The ground, the floor. So like I told you, my sister and the brother-in-law came down and they helped put it all in. They did most of the work because they had the saw and all that they could cut. So with these kind of things, the thing you have to remember, if you're doing laminate flooring, the most important thing to remember is make sure that the ground is as flat as possible. And make sure if you're doing it on the ground, make sure you have some lining. Yeah, so you gotta have some sort of like foam or fiber lining you can get. Make sure you use that. Otherwise, what's gonna happen is after some time, when you walk on it, it's gonna creak. Yeah, and it's not gonna feel balanced. It's gonna feel a bit kind of spongy. You don't want that. You want it flat. You want it like solid. So that's what you got to do with this laminate flooring. And you have to remember that laminate flooring is, the sides, you're gonna have to cover them up. So you can't see the sides here, but the sides are slightly bent because of the sawing, the way the sawing's done. So you just got to be careful of that. And you could do it yourself instead of paying someone £200 to fit it in. Sometimes even £300 to fit in. Do it all yourself. It's all easy, clicks in. Yeah, and save yourself some cash as well. So yeah, so that's it with me, guys. I just thought I'd update you with the latest. What's the latest with you guys? Right, so Omar Shahid is saying, wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Sheikh, may Allah bless you. Can you do dua for me to finish my hifz? I memorized Surah Baqarah completely. MashaAllah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you, put barakah in your time and your hifz. Hifz is a very, very amazing thing. If you can do it, mashallah, go for it. And if you memorize Baqarah, then that's it, man. You got the ability. And mullah, mashallah, the room is looking amazing. Jazakallah khair. And I hope it doesn't get nazar. Yeah, so room is almost fitting in. So, see this plant at the back? Guess what happened? I bought this plant from B&Q, yeah. But the thing was, they did not scan it. Yeah, so I bought like loads of stuff from B&Q. The flooring and things. And I bought the plant. So the plant basically was for about 30-35 pounds, can't remember exactly. And they didn't scan it. So when I got home and checked the receipt, it wasn't in the bill. So the next time I went there again, I told them, I said, look, last time I bought a plant from you guys and you guys didn't scan it, what do I do? And the lady was like shocked. She said to me, that's so honest. Like, she was like thinking, oh my God, this is so honest. Never heard of someone who does this. And then I was going to say, mashallah, this is our Islam. In Islam, we're truthful. And I couldn't bother. Yeah, I was just too tired. But she said, yeah, it's okay, you don't have to do it because she said we can't do anything now. So anyway, so the money I gave in sadaqah anyway, the amount that we took, just to be on the safe side. The price of the plant. But yeah, sometimes that happens. Yeah, where sometimes you buy something and that's it. I don't know if it's happened to you guys ever. So that's that. Next thing is the chair. So this chair is the chair that was in this house when I bought it. So the table that you guys are, I've got all the equipment on the moment. This is actually a dresser. Yeah, this was actually a dresser. Chair came with it as well. So it's a lady's kind of like dresser kind of thing. I think there was a mirror with it or something. So this is something which obviously is just for now it's make do. But hopefully I'm waiting for the desk to get sorted. And the chair, I need a good chair. The problem is trying to find a good chair is a headache. Yeah, so finding a good chair that doesn't get too heated. Like sometimes some chairs you sit on them and you get too sweaty. And then some chairs are those that the fiber starts to peel away after a few months. And some chairs are those that can easily get damaged by when you try to lift it up and down. So I'm trying to look. Let me know if you guys have any ideas of uh, some chairs or any links you guys have to some good chairs. Wa alaikum assalam. Asma Rashid. Angela, I like the prayer mat. Yeah, prayer mat's beautiful. Hamdan, it happened to the bank with my parents a few years ago. The bank sent flowers to say thanks. Oh, really? MashaAllah, MashaAllah. Amina, once I ordered a necklace for myself and they sent me the more expensive one by mistake. Whoa, MashaAllah. So then what happened? And Mullah, try one of the gaming. Nah, I don't like gaming chairs. That's the thing. The gaming chairs, they're too bulky. And you know, when I see people sitting on one of those, it just seems as though, I don't know, and it seems a bit strange. It doesn't seem very sort of like professional kind of way. It seems a bit kind of like street thing. I don't know. What do you guys think? They're nice. They're very comfortable. The gaming chairs, like they're like some really good car seats. Basically, they feel like that. Very, very comfortable. But the thing is, obviously, my work isn't going to be like reclining too much. My work's going to be where I have to sit up. So I'd prefer one of the other ones. I don't know. Any of you guys got gaming chairs? What do you guys think? Wa alaikum assalam. London. MashaAllah, your room looks awesome. Jazakallah khair. Are you using the Rode mic now? I can see. No, I'm not using it now. So this is a Rode mic. This is what I use for my videos. So that sound I get in my videos. That's basically from the Rode mic. So this is a gunshot Rode mic. And because that one can connect into a camera. So at the moment I'm using, so I don't know if you can hear the sound, if it's good. This is what I'm using at the moment. I've had this for about 5 years now. Yeah, it's a Blue Yeti Pro. Blue Yeti Pro. Yeah, I had it for about 5 years. So alhamdulillah, it's very good. Sound is very good as well. Only difference is, see, mics are of two types. You get one mic which basically takes in like everything it hears around. So every single thing, you're probably hearing the birds outside and the wind maybe, and maybe a door creaking or something. That's this mic. Now, not everyone wants this mic. This mic is not really good for everything, because not everyone wants to get all the sound in. That kind of mic, that's basically a mic that focuses the sound in one direction. So it's only going to take one direction sound. It's not going to take sound from all directions. That's a good mic. I'm trying to get that hooked up to the computer. I've checked out some tutorials on that. But there's no sort of way. I try to. Some of them say you gotta get a splitter, and then you plug that in and it splits the mic, and then you could put. I tried that. That didn't work for me. So I'm still trying to figure out how to connect that mic. That would be a much better mic, yeah, for my for this, because the sound would be more like heavy. It would be more heavier sound, nice to listen to. This is good as well. I mean, the sound from Blue Yeti is quite good. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, that's it. Video seems solid as well. Jazakallah khair. So the video streaming now. So alhamdulillah, I'm getting 35 MB upload. So that's why I can raise the bandwidth. Yeah, to at the moment it's on 15,000 K bandwidth, which is about 15 MB basically bandwidth. But the problem is that computer. So the computer needs to be quite fast to be able to compensate, so you don't lose, you don't lose like the image. Yeah, sometimes the image like drops. So yeah. So I checked in what you said as well about the community one, and in Birmingham they don't have it yet. That's the problem. Google Community Fiber doesn't have. It's not in Birmingham. I don't know if there's any other cities in the UK that have it. I think London might be the only one. So yeah, but if I could get that would be excellent, and that's actually much cheaper than the one that I've got. Sit on the floor, legs crossed. Yeah, so see, I used to sit on the floor a lot. The problem is I got arthritis, and if you sit on the floor a lot, it causes lots of pain in the knees and the joints. Yeah, so I don't know if anyone sits on the floor for like 8 hours, 9 hours. Yeah, you're gonna start to feel pain. Sitting on the chair is the best thing. Wa alaikum assalam. MP, room looks good. Jazakallah khair. Thank you very much. Yeah, with your du'as, guys. Yeah. And there's a white and grey chair that's supposed to be good. White and grey one. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you got a link for that. If you have any links, guys, let me know. White and grey is a bit general. So, how has the week been with you guys? Yeah, so I can probably soon show you guys more books. So you see a lot of these books that I got here. They used to be in my other shelf, but they used to be at the back. So because I was kind of restricted for space, I had to put some of them at the back. Looked a bit weird. Yeah. You said you installed laminate flooring, but I can see white large rug. Yeah, so the rug is there to sound. That's the problem. Yeah, so carpet. The problem with carpet is that carpet. The rug I can take out. I can clean. It's fine. When it comes to carpet, the problem with carpet is like now. Let's say for example it's hot. I can roll this carpet up. Yeah, and the idea of the rug is to take the sound away. So this kind of if you got this kind of rug carpet, you're looking at something like £600 or £700. So £600 or £700 of this kind of carpet, this kind of rug carpet, is a bit too much, I think. And then getting it fitted in, right, which you're going to pay them £100, £200 easily. So you're looking at close to £1,000 just for the carpet in the room. So laminate is actually much of an easier option, and it's much cleaner as well, and it looks a bit more nicer as well in the room. Yeah, the colors kind of fits in with the colors as well. But yeah, I actually went to see some carpets, but it was like crazy because of COVID. The guy was saying, if you want like a good carpet, you're looking at something like, and it was like expensive carpet. Like average carpet there was like about £20 a yard. So you're saying 20, 22, 25 maybe, and more than that. And he was saying if you want to order the carpet, you have to wait at least. He was saying at least 4 to 8 weeks, just to wait for the carpet. And so I just said no point, man. Is this a new house, Ustad, or just a new house? New house, alhamdulillah. Muhammad Masinwala Salam. If I am considering pursuing iftar after graduation, which books should I make sure I focus on during Alimiyah? Focus on Hidayah and Sharh Wiqaya. Basically fiqh books, fiqh and usul. Focus a lot on fiqh. Try to read as much fiqh as you can. So if you're studying Hidayah, read some books on the side with it as well. Like read Bahr al-Ra'iq, read Badai Sanai on the side. Yeah. And try to make a note of the differences between books. IKEA's chair, yeah, I went there. They're out of stock. Out of stock. There's so much out of stock. Like when you go there, they say, oh, sorry, this is not available. It's out of stock. So yeah, I went there. I found a good chair there as well. I tried it, tested it. Felt really good, comfortable. Unfortunately, I didn't know Islamic. MashaAllah. Emula went to Ullswater Lake 2 days ago. It was really quiet and nice. Where's that? Ullswater. That sounds a bit Welsh. Ullswater Lake. Danish. Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Abdul alaikum assalam. I saw on your Facebook page yesterday the video of Rad al-Muhtar. It was so interesting. Do you plan on covering a portion of the book anytime in the future? Possibly. But I won't be doing it like that kind of. If I do it, it's going to be like more like a Kanz kind of style. The only thing with the Rad al-Muhtar is because it's not for every audience. The book is a very, very sort of like condensed book. So I wouldn't advise someone, if they haven't read Bahr al-Ra'iq, I don't advise them reading Rad al-Muhtar. It's pointless reading Rad al-Muhtar if you haven't read Bahr al-Ra'iq and Badai Sanai. Those two are like, I would say, very, very important. More important than Rad al-Muhtar. Not sure about name. I think Herman Miller chairs are good. Herman Miller ones, yeah? Alright, I'll check them out. Sheikh, where do you presently live? I live in Birmingham. UK, Birmingham. Okay, I need to get MP. What are you doing, man? You're supposed to be moderator here. You get someone putting too many question marks. Do your job, or you're gonna be sacked. Like what's that guy? Lord Sugar. Yeah, you're gonna be sacked. Oh, Lake District area. Lake District. Yeah. Oh, that's it. MP, you done the job. Excellent. Yasin, why does Hanafi madhab allow a woman to get married without a wali? It's basically to do with the evidence for it. As in, the evidence for a wali is not in the Quran. So the Hanafis say that if the evidence in the Quran actually says that a woman has her own sort of like choice of getting married, Yeah, so therefore, the concept of the wali, because it's not explicitly mentioned in the Quran, therefore the narrations regarding what we call khabar wahid, and Hanafis say that using a khabar wahid to do ziyada al kitab, meaning adding to the kitab or editing the Quran, is not allowed. So that's why I say it's not considered to be. Abu Hanifa says not considered to be. But the Sahibain, they disagree. Sahibain say no, it's actually. Abu Muhammad says a shart. Are you going to teach on dreams? Yes, inshallah. Have you read kitabs of Imam Ghazali? Yeah, a few. I've read a few. I read like parts of Ihya Ulumuddin, Ayyuha al-Walad, Bidayatul Mubtadi. What else is there? Al-Arba'un fil Usul. Sayyid Alaikum Assalam, HK, can you go through what wedding functions one should have in our Pakistani culture? We have like 3 or 4 different functions, and it seems like it's too much. Yeah, I mean, see, these kind of things, these kind of like wedding kind of things, it's got nothing to do with Islam. Like, it's just a function, like a normal function. So as long as you're not spending too much, you can do as many sort of like events as you like. It won't be considered to be like it's something which is approved of or disapproved of by Islam, per se. I am spiritual being. Will Allah surely fulfill my dua in every case? Maybe in different ways. Maybe not as you expect. Okay. Linda, what happens if ijab and qabul, offer and acceptance, is not done in past tense? I know people who have married just saying qabul. Yeah, it's fine. It's just based upon the urf of the society. So whatever the norm of the society in expressions is, that's sufficient. I heard someone say that Hanafi madhab does not allow nikah ijbari. Is that true? So nikah ijbari, basically, are you referring to where the parent marries off the child without their consent? That, yeah. So Hanafis don't allow that. They say no adult is permitted to be forced into anything. Okay, I think this I am a spiritual being needs to get removed. Be annoying. Okay, yeah. So Hanafis only say it for a young child, a minor. That's the only one they say for, because they say, Hanafis say, if someone's an adult, they should be independent in making all their choices. No one should force them to making choice unless they have some mental issue. Okay. In my city, there are 2 Jummah prayers. The second one is an hour later after the one that cannot come to the first one. Can I deliberately skip? Yes, you can deliberately skip it. If there are pics of cartoons on children's clothes, is it allowed? Yes, it's fine. Imran, wa alaikum salam. Please remember me and my family and those being tested, severely tested, all oppressed, inshallah. Okay, Hassan Khan, wa alaikum assalam. Hassan, mashallah. I asked a question last week about any books you would recommend for learning Hanafi fiqh for beginning. Really enjoying it so far and wanting to give massive thank you. You're welcome. Ahlan wa sahlan. You're welcome. Alhamdulillah. Nahid, what work do you think graduating ulama should get into? Anything you like, whatever you're interested in. Do something you're passionate about. Yeah, do something that you're passionate about, I would say. So whatever you're passionate about, basically, that's the kind of thing that you want to pursue. You don't want to do something that you're not interested in. Some people are not going to be interested in, maybe being an imam, or some people are not going to be interested in teaching maktab. Some people are not going to do something that you're interested in. What are you interested in? Are you interested in consultancy? You want to become a consultant, financial consultant. You want to become someone who is a chaplain. You want to become someone who's a writer. You want to become someone who's involved in like an organization that promotes certain like da'wah or something like that. There's loads of like opportunities. You want to become a YouTuber. You want to make Roots of Knowledge Part 2. Okay, what is the answer to a human, a spiritual being? Yeah, so the answer basically is that Allah answers du'as in whatever way He sees fit. So if you ask for 100 things in your life, Allah will answer all of them, but He might not answer them as you want. He'll answer them maybe exactly as you want. He might answer them in a different way from something that you asked for. He might even answer them in the hereafter. Yeah, so it all depends. Okay, so HK, if I just did a nikah in my home, is this marriage Islamic done? If I just didn't explain, do a bit more explanation, by. If I just did a nikah in my home, so is there anyone else there? Is there witnesses there? Are there? Does the lady have permission from the wali? Abdul, after the first adhan on Jummah, is it haram to buy and sell? What if I have bought stuff in this period? No, it's not haram to buy and sell. So this is all based upon the issue of what we say is considered to be karaha. There's karahat in there. So the transaction would have gone through. Yeah, transaction would have gone through, but the Hanafi say there's karahat in there. Makruh tahrimi. Yeah, so transaction's gone through, what you bought is fine, but just do tawbah to Allah. They say that this is if the Jummah, if you don't know when the Jummah is going to start. So in other words, in the past classical days, what used to happen was azan was given, and then you just made your way to Jummah. That's it. Fas'aw ila dhikrillah. Nowadays, you actually know exactly when the Jummah is going to start. So if you know exactly when the Jummah is going to start and the azan is given, then you're allowed to buy and sell. Because the reasoning behind it is that nothing should stop you from going towards Jummah and making it on time. But nowadays, we have clocks. So the clocks will tell you, for example, they'll say this week Jummah is at 1:30. Right, you know exactly what time to turn up. The azan can be given earlier, it's fine. London, a new trend has started in our community where a couple get married Islamically and after a year they invite everyone over for their wedding. Is this not lying? I don't understand. So you mean like they get married secretly? So I mean, if you're explicitly saying to people you're not married and you're getting married now and this is the first time you get married, obviously then that's kind of deceptive, not a lie necessarily. A lie would be where you are explicitly saying something which is against the reality. So if a husband and wife after 50 years want to renew their wedding, like they say, wedding vows, it's fine. Nasir, hello. Ahlan wa sahlan. Wa alaikum assalam. Hamim, salam ustad. What is the ruling of offering salah with pictures of animal objects on the clothes? If the object is so large that someone standing at a distance can make out that it's an object, then it's considered makruh. Yeah, makruh. The salat will be done, but it's considered extremely prohibited. And if it's small, then it's fine. And if it's covered up, then it's fine. Shafat Khan, question: are the earnings from a YouTube channel through ads valid to use, consume? Possibly, yes. Yeah. Depends. I mean, see, these kind of things, it depends exactly how the advertisements work. It depends. And then it depends, because like when I used to have lots of ads on my videos in the beginning, then I stopped doing it. Except for I've just got like one series that has it. So the ads, basically, the way the ads work is you don't have any say in where the ads, unless you actually specify to them what kind of range topics you want advertised. Then you can have Islamic ones, right? You can have ones that are just generic. But if you have something explicit, like for example something haram, as in, pornography or something like that, which they don't do anyway, then that would be impermissible. Yeah. Or something advertising explicitly something like gambling, and you chose that, then that would be not allowed. But if it's something which is generic, right, then it should be okay. But although a person should try to avoid these things, especially if they've got like things like Quran recitation and they get ads, and this is not nice for a lot of people. MashaAllah, you explained so well. Jazakallah khair. Ameen. Jasood Khan, alaikum assalam. Dr. AS, mashallah, your new setup looking at Jazakallah khair. Thank you very much, guys. Yeah, this is your du'as, guys. Jasood, who are Sadiqeen? Who are Sadiqeen? I don't know. Who are they? Is it like some channel? So can I do a nikah in my house with the girl and the wali all present? Essentially what I'm asking is, do I need to do any more functions? No, you don't. Technically, if you want to get married, all you have to do is just the guy and the girl, as long as the wali has given permission and 2 witnesses, that's all. That's all you need. Yeah, you don't need anything else to do the nikah. But obviously, the aim of the nikah is to publicize it. So the sunnah way is to do it, for example, or the mustahab way is to do it in a way where lots of people get to know about it. Maybe do it in a masjid, maybe do it in like a big event. But that's the more preferred way. But you don't have to do all that. Yeah, and walima isn't really necessary. Walima is something which is recommended, and walima is actually done after the nikah, after they've been together. You know, the Arabs actually did the walima after they consummated the marriage. Yeah, so walima is encouraged, but it's not considered to be like wajib or anything necessary. London, immediately family members only who know are married. After a year, they invite 200 people to a feast, and I refer to this. Yes, fine. Yeah, it's fine. Because they're not lying. They're not lying. And alhamdulillah, they are making it, publicizing it. So publicizing the wedding, you can actually do like a, you can do a walima a year down the line, doesn't matter. It's fine. In fact, people make a mistake where they do the walima on the day of the nikah, and technically that shouldn't be done. Walima is ta'am ba'd al-bina, yeah, after the husband and wife consummated, bride and groom consummated. Muhammad Adnan, what kitabs do you recommend for talibul ilm, for khariji mutala? Anything you're interested in, I would say. Whatever you're interested in, read those. I would look at, for example, books by people like Sheikh Abul Hasan Nadawi. Read books by him. It's very, very good. Very kind of wide range of reading. Try to read about history, tarikh. Try to read seerah. Try to read anything, basically. Try to read anything. The thing is, look, students of knowledge need to understand. They need to develop themselves, right? So you don't need to necessarily follow in the footsteps of your teachers. Yeah, your teachers, like growth, academic growth, might be different from yours. So I would say whatever you're interested in, go into that. Read about that. Yeah, read about, like there's a really good book. If you're really interested in that kind of going, I would say read something like Al-Fikr Sami. It's 4 volumes. Al-Fikr Sami by Al-Hajawi is very, very useful, very good. Read something like Tarikh Tashri' al-Islam by Manna Qattan. These are kind of books I read when I was studying. Saqib Mas'ud, Salam, what is meant by 3 verses? Does one ayah of Surah suffice? 3 verses basically refers to the size of Surah Kawthar. So Surah Kawthar, basically, because the hadith mentions that the Prophet ﷺ said, read Fatiha and the Surah. And so the smallest Surah is Kawthar. So they say anything which is similar to the size of Kawthar, being like about 3 ayahs, is sufficient. Abu Hanifa says 1 ayah suffices, but Sahibain, they say no. Were there any jinn messengers? Allahu alam. I don't know. There's an ikhtilaf among scholars about this, but we don't have any categorical sort of. There were like there were the messengers in the sense of people going and like Sahaba propagating what they had learnt. In that sense, yes, there were messengers in the Quran. Allah mentions the jinn. وَإِذْ صَرَفْنَا إِلَيْكَ نَفَرًا مِنَ الْجِنِّ يَسْتَمِعُونَ الْقُرْآنَ, that ayah. But otherwise, we don't know if there was any like jinn, like there's ikhtilaf amongst the scholars about this. This actually is something that you can read up in. Where can you read up about this? Yeah, you can actually read up about this in. I think it's in Isaba. Isaba mentions about jinn Sahaba. So Isaba by Ibn Hajar, he mentions about that. There's actually a book called Ahkam al-Marjan fi Ahkam al-Jan. Look in there. They'll mention the discussion, the ikhtilaf about this. Shafat Khan, wa Jazakallah khair, brother. I really like the way you're explaining. Jazakallah khair. You're welcome, brother Shafat. May Allah bless you. Rapids, wa alaikum salam. How are you? Alhamdulillah, Rapids. I'm very good. Thank you very much. Muhammad Bilal, is oral allowed? I mean, this isn't the time to answer these kind of questions. Yeah. It's Juma, bro. Come on, man. Yeah. So, sorry, Ustad, love is in the air. So you can ask that question tomorrow, inshallah. Ask the question tomorrow in the live stream question answers. Technically, on the Hanafis, any sort of exchange of fluids from the private parts is not allowed. It's haram. So if any fluids from the private parts goes into the mouth, then it wouldn't be allowed according to Hanafis. Sorry, Ustad, love is in the air, and I have a lot of marriage-related questions. Thank you for answering. You're welcome. You're welcome, yeah. A lot of people nowadays, because of COVID, they really wanted to get married. And now they're like stuck in a situation where, boy and girl love marriage. Yeah, they thought, what? I say, man, let's get married. And then all of a sudden, COVID-19. Yeah, so I understand you, bro. Okay. 5 rule. Any tips for weight loss? Me having slow metabolism, during lockdown? I don't know, I mean, I've never sort of like actively tried to lose weight. Never. I find in Ramadan, exercise and not eating carbs, right? Not eating carbs and doing exercise, it helps you lose a lot of weight. But I don't know. I mean, I'm not an expert in that. HK, did you hear about the bodies of two companions being moved in Iraq? I think it was 1930. Very interesting. And the German eye doctor converted after seeing the bodies. I'm not sure. Never heard of that. Always Zahur. What is the best way to improve ibarat? Read. Trust me. It's all about reading. Read to someone. Get hold of someone. You even have to pay them and just read to them. Read. There'll be loads of scholars in the locality who are good reading. And just tell them, can I just read to you every day 10-15 minutes? And just tell them to point out your mistakes. Yeah, and just carry on reading. That's it. Whether you understand it or not, doesn't really matter. Reading. And obviously, with understanding is good, ideal. Hamim, regarding 3 verses, is Salah valid with only first 3 verses of Surah Nas or Surah Qari'ah? Yes. Yeah, that would be sufficient. So the Hanafis said, so because they say the smallest surah is 3 verses, therefore, seems as though 3 verses would be allowed. So it doesn't really matter the size of 3 verses. Like you could say something like Ar-Rahman, Allama al-Quran, Khalaqa al-Insan, 3 verses. 95 grade, is khalitain halal, or is there a certain amount? Khalitain, are you talking about when you mix dates and raisins together and you leave in the water? Yeah, Hanafis are okay with it as long as it's not intoxicating. Once a person knows it's intoxicating, it's not allowed. So Abu Hanifa is okay with that. Sahibain, they disagree. Are you Hafiz? No, I'm not. Unfortunately, I'm not. Are you from Birmingham? G, I'm from Birmingham. Habib, watch you. Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Remember me in your prayers, Sheikh Habib. I miss you a lot, bro. Yeah, I haven't heard from you for a while. 95 grade. I believe drinking it has health benefits. Dr. Maulana Sidat, mashallah. Guys, make sure you subscribe to Dr. Maulana Sidat. Yeah. He's actually does Seerah. Yeah, very, very good Seerah. Yeah, he's gone, I think, have you reached about 65? Less than 65? He's doing less than 65. So anyone interested in Seerah, this is the man. And if you want to understand about the history, all of you guys who asked me about Deobandis and this and that, and yeah, this is the guy who knows about the history of Deoband and the movement of Deoband and movements that were there before that. This is the guy you need to ask. Yeah, Dr. Maulana Harun Sidat. He's a Maulana, by the way, yeah. And mashallah, he's my Habib. So ask him. How is Zuhur? Should I do full tarkeeb of Sharh Mit Amil? If you want, I mean, I personally would say, look, this. A person should not focus too much on tarkeeb if they're not going to become expert in Nahu. If you just want to learn Nahu so that you can read Arabic books, yeah, just do it. Yeah, just read the Ibarat. Don't go too much into tarkeeb. Because too much tarkeeb is going to make you into I'm trying to think of a word that rhymes with tarkeeb. It's going to make you ajib. Too much tarkeeb will make you ajib. Yeah, look what's happened to me. Grey hairs, man. Grey hairs. Yeah. Okay. So I would just say, look, a lot of students who are learning Arabic, what they need to do is just need to read and read and read, because the aim is to read these books, isn't it? Most of these books that are here do not need any tarkeeb at all. They just need you to understand what they're saying, that's all. Now, tarkeeb is really important for Quran. If you want to go deep into tafsir of Quran, then tarkeeb is really important. Nahid, best scholar of hadith in the UK, i.e. to go study by them. The best scholar in the UK, I mean, there is only probably, I mean, I haven't gone and studied with everyone. So if there's like 100 scholars in the UK, I haven't studied by all of them to be able to tell you who is a really good scholar. But from my own experience, Sheikh Akram Nadawi and Mufti Shabir. Yeah, Mufti Shabir. These are the two. I mean, Mufti Shabir, I haven't studied from him, but from a lot of people who are very close to him and from a lot of his works that I've read, the guy knows what he's talking about. And Sheikh Akram Nadawi, I've spoken to him on many occasions, and he's a guy you don't want to. If he dies tomorrow, people are just gonna miss out on a lot of ilm. So best to get as much as you can from him. If you disagree with some of his views, that's fine. I mean, Abdullah Mubarak disagreed with Abu Hanifa's many of his views, but he still benefit from him. Yeah, so one is disagreeing with a person, one or two things they've said, and then taking from scholars. Because the thing you have to remember is when you take from a scholar, you're not really learning, you're not taking everything from them as though they are the only one said it. They are going to be teaching you what they've understood. So as long as you understand it, right? If I study with Sheikh Akram, this is what he's understood. I don't have to agree with him, but it gives me an insight, his insight to it. Does that make sense? So I think a lot of people, a lot of students, they have this mentality that I can only study with someone who all of his views 100% I agree with, and I think that's ridiculous. That is. Yasin, is Birmingham the best city in the UK? Of course. Is that a question, Brother Yasin? I am disappointed that you have asked this question, because this kind of question has really hurts my heart. Yeah, and my heart is actually located over here today. Yeah, sometimes here, but you actually, yes, Birmingham is the best city in the entire UK, even if the people of London disagree. Muslim to move to. Now, Birmingham is quite big, so it's got different areas. There's some areas which are basically, you can't tell the difference between India subcontinent and between in Birmingham, yeah, in the UK. But there are some nice areas, very nice, calm. So it's a very, so I would say it's a mix between the north of the UK and the south of the UK, right? You got nice restaurants, halal, lots of halal. You got lots of good schools, and you got obviously more here. And you can meet me. Yasin, obviously you can come down to my house, so you'll be okay. For a Muslim to move, or which city would you recommend to a Muslim? I would say Birmingham. Birmingham would be very good. Waqar, what software do you use to record screen? It's called Screencast-O-Matic. It's got to pay for it. But if you've got Apple, then you can actually, on Apple, they've got a free screen recording software. Hamim, Jazakallah khair, may Allah reward you. Ameen. Hassan Khan, do we consider Salafis as part of Ahl-Sunnah wal Jama'ah, or are they considered? Bro, come on, man. Stop asking about Salafis. Amina, no carbs, no sugar, no fats. Eat lots of veggies, fruits, and grilled small. Basically, what Amina is saying is just die, basically. Yeah, marja, like they say. So basically, become a cow and go outside and eat grass. Kamran, wa alaikum salam. Dr. Maulana Harun Sidat, Allahu Akbar. Maulana, I miss you, bro. I miss your company. Yeah. London, when the entire creation was asked by Allah, are you not a Lord? Question, did we all say? There's ikhtilaf in this. Yeah, so there's ikhtilaf amongst the Mufassirin. Imam Razi has his own opinion about this, and others have their own opinion. Some say that it was an event that took place, and some say no, it's actually something which is jawabul hal. It was jawabul hal. It wasn't jawabul lisan. So it was like our bodies, our minds, everything sort of like agreed to that. Allah translated that for us into speech. Habib, thanks Sheikh for remembering me. Really appreciate that. Just stuck with quarantine at home. Allahu Akbar. Oh, you're in Kuwait now? Chalo, Allah make it easy for you, man. Allah easy for you. Abs, wa alaikum salam. If someone is being intimidated through criminal damage, etc., to give a talaq by force, and to force them to stop seeing their child, what should they do? It's a difficult one. I mean, honestly, I don't know. You need to get in touch with people who are expert in this field. I mean, I don't think Islamic councils probably won't really have the sort of expertise maybe to deal with this, because you might need to get solicitors involved. What I would suggest is get a family solicitor involved who knows Islamic law as well. Yeah, get one of them involved because it's a very tricky area, definitely. 5 rule. I remember that I got semi-dry dates during Ramadan. After a week, it tasted a little bit alcoholic. Semi-dry date. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, see, as long as it's not, if it's not a liquid, then it would be fine. Yeah. So I don't know why you got tastes a bit alcoholic. I don't know what alcoholic tastes like. I don't think all alcohol tastes the same. So 5 rule. I'm getting a bit of suspicion here, bro. I invite Maulana Harun on your podcast. We would love to know. Yeah, definitely. Mawlana Haroon, inshallah, he hasn't said it yet, but Mawlana Haroon is going to come on the podcast soon, inshallah. And he's got like, he's actually based in Cardiff. Not Cardiff, he's actually based up north. But he comes to Cardiff, he's a lecturer in Cardiff University. So yeah, he's got like lots of things that we can talk about, mashallah. Mawlana Haroon is the man. Mawlana Haroon's got a place in, Musalla set up, and he does live streams from there. And, I benefit a lot from him, alhamdulillah. He's a PhD as well. So his PhD, what's the PhD in, Mawlana? PhD is in, I think it's about madaris and that kind of thing. I still have to read it. Rijwan, Tarkib didn't go well for me as it resonates with maths, at least for me, and I am rubbish at maths, especially algebra. Yeah, so again, I would not suggest a person just focus too much on Tarkib. What I would say is go into things that are read, because you want to be able to read these books. I personally think, if I really sit down, I think I can get a few guys and I can make a syllabus, a solid syllabus, and inshallah, I can get people reading. But the things, I don't have time for that. So I want to get some guys together, make a proper full hardcore syllabus, and then people can do that and just start reading, right? Just get into reading, and then once they get into reading, you can study fiqh and you can study aqidah and hadith from scholars, and you'll be able to understand what the text is saying. And the scholar there would obviously give you a good sort of like insight. Yeah, that's the aim of studying, guys. The aim of studying is you want to be able to access the books and understand the book from the scholar. You don't want the scholar to teach you the book like from scratch and you can't even understand a word in it. It's like, for example, let's say you wanted to study Japanese culture from a Japanese book, yeah, and the teacher explained to you what each word means. That's pointless. That's like, something you could study in a month. You're probably going to end up taking 3 or 4 years studying. And that's what's happening with a lot of students who are studying Nahu. Is basically they are studying Nahu. They're studying Arabic text and regarding Arabic grammar from scratch, right? Which is, which lifestyle do you prefer, Pakistan or UK? It depends. Yeah. So it depends. I mean, some things in Pakistan are very nice. Some things are not very nice. Some things here are very nice. Some things here are not very nice. Tarkib will make you ajib. Permission to make a compilation of your sayings. Go for it. Go for it, bro. Go for it, man. London is the best city. I knew you were going to say that. Obviously, with someone with the name London, way, it's going to be the best city. Astaghfirullah, Birmingham, move to London. Astaghfirullah for that. Astaghfirullah that you done. Where do you buy your Arabic books from? It depends. I don't have like a fixed place where I buy them from. I might be going to a bookstore or something, or I might online, Jamaloon or Nilo Furat, or if someone's buying books from abroad and ask me that you want any books, I'll just tell them and they'll come and bring it over. So I don't really have a fixed place. There's one place in Birmingham that has a lot of books, and I bought a few books from there. Darul Makkah. So Darul Makkah is in Coventry Road. If you have been there. Your Birmingham accent is grim. No. Why? Birmingham accent isn't bad. I don't know what you're talking about. All you people jealous of us Brummies. I don't know. I'm so ashamed how you people don't like Birmingham. Why? You joker. That's it, right? Now I know what you guys hate, so I know what exactly to talk about now. I know what kind of accent to come out with. Yeah, right. From now on, live stream Q&A, Birmingham accent, bro. Yeah, this week I'm gonna start Surah Yasin as well, and so Surah Yasin, Birmingham accent, bro. Okay, Nahid. Start the great points about Dr. Akram and views. Which part of Islam, which science do you think is most helpful to go into nowadays? E.g., I was saying Aqidah over fiqh. It's up to you, really. I would say, look, there's 2 ways, for example, like for a person to do any sort of like service to any field. Number 1 is for a person to kind of look at what is the need out there, right? So then you go into that, and there's more like opportunities. Or number 2 is you do whatever you're passionate about. Both, I say, are correct, right? So you do whatever you're passionate about, and then your passion will sort of like, drive you and will open doors for you, inshallah. Allah will open doors, because of that. You can do screen recording on Windows 10. Okay, yeah. Windows 10, yeah. Hamim, cows are fat, therefore eating grass does not work. Yeah, it's a good logic, that is. I lived in Birmingham for 3 years and I'm still traumatized. Allah Akbar. Yeah, well, that's it. Wait. See, you only live for 3 years. To get the full maza of Birmingham, yeah, the full maza, you have to stay in Birmingham for 37 years. To get the full maza, yeah. You gotta because you gotta taste everything, bro. Okay, Muhammad Bilal, what I've understood that there's some kufr which was mentioned by Deobandi scholars in their books. Is this the main dispute? Better Deobandi and Brelvi scholars? I don't know. Wallahu alam. Ask Mona Sidat who know. Don't expose me, Sheikh. That's it. Too late, bro. How many languages can you fluently speak? So I can fluently speak English, Urdu, Pashto, Arabic. These four probably. When we say fluently, I can read it, I can write it, and I can speak it. Persian a bit. Yeah, others kind of like side languages. I understand them. Like for example, I understand quite a lot of Henko. I understand quite a lot of Mirpuri, a bit of Punjabi. These are kind of like languages which are sister languages to Urdu. Okay. MU, Salam Ustad. Hope you're well. And guys, if you haven't hit like yet, make sure you hit like. Why do Hanafis say chess is makruh? Is there something innate wrong with the game as it can be considered wasting time like others? So they generally say that it's makruh. Classical position of it is, the later position has changed, is because of certain narrations regarding it. Because classically, people didn't kind of see the benefit of chess. It wasn't kind of seen as being really beneficial. Like now, there's so much studies done on it that now people are becoming more aware. So scholars in the past would give fatwa based upon what they would see in their society. So if you're not shown the harms of smoking, for instance, like so when smoking first came out, many scholars were saying it's totally permissible. But then when research was being done and people started to find out the harms, then the fatwa started to change. So that's why the same with chess as well. So chess and these kind of sports in the early years, there wasn't a culture of sports in the early years. HK student loans in the UK allowed? Depends. So I would say you speak to a scholar about your situation, and out of necessity, if there's no other way of trying to make those funds up, but there's no other, then possibly, yeah. You had me in stitches, please have the rest of your Q&A in Brummy accent. Yeah, so basically that's what happens, London. You understand? When you get on the wrong side of a Pathan Brummy, this is what happens. Yeah, I've tried to tell the world this before, but world don't want to listen. Without student loan, most of us will not be able to go university. Yeah, so if it's a necessity and there's no other means of getting it, then there's scope to get it. Mohammed, what's your view on Mufti Abu Layth? Wallahu a'lam. Okay, so Hassan. I mean, see, I don't like speaking about people. If you ever know, I don't like speaking about people, and I think it's a illness of people to want to know what you think about other people. So no offense to Muhammad Bilal, right? I know your intentions are probably good. But when people ask me, what do you think about Sheikh Akram Nadwi? What do you think about Sheikh Yaqubi? What do you think about Sheikh Asrar? What do you think about this? And I know some people out there are very sincere and they want to know what my opinion is. And some people are just there because they just want to know, look, he said this and, whatever. So I don't really kind of like talking about people unless I know a lot about them. So once I do a PhD on Abu Layth, then I will tell you about him. Okay, but at the moment, just from a few clips that have come from him, so some of his views, yeah, I'm not going to give some sort of a ruling on him. Hassan Khan, can you pull off a posh Eton accent? Can I pull off a posh Eton accent? Well. No, I can't. I get too tired. Yeah, I get too tired. Like, my Brummy side of me, it doesn't allow me to do it. Yeah, my Brummy side is kind of like, my body is kind of designed around Birmingham. Oh, look at mashallah, the new house. How is it? Looks spacious. When's the housewarming party? It happened, bro. Housewarming party happened, bro. Where were you? COVID-19. Yeah, you can only 2 meters distance. You can only call, how was it? 2 members of your family. Aisha, Ustad, when teaching and write on screen with the pen, what application to use? So to write, I use this. Yeah, it's called a Wake tablet. This is what I use to write. And I've got a new one now, but this is what I use to write. And the screen recording itself, that's done basically by something called a screencast-o-matic. That's what I use. Okay, always Zahur, what advice do you have for people studying lessons and feel a bit lost about what to do after? What I would suggest is, this can happen quite a lot. What I would suggest is contact some scholars and see what they do. Like, for example, what I do is I teach full time. That's my sort of thing. So I teach full time, I teach in the daytime, I teach in the evening time, so it's full time. I do my YouTube channel, making recordings, and then here and there I'll give talks and stuff like that. Yeah, so that's what I kind of do. But there are some people who do other things as well, going to further education, university. They pursue maybe a master's or PhD, and then that opens up more opportunities for them. Right, so there's lots of kind of things that a person can potentially go into. Depends what you're interested in. As of 4th of July, would you recommend Muslims make way to masjid for Jummah and masajid to maybe do 30 people? Yeah, I was actually mentioning that today. I said, it's something that at least we should show that, our masajid are still active and there's still. So at least 30 people, the big masjids that is, the ones that are small that can't cater for 30. Sharifa, thanks you so much for allowing us to know more about the Quran. Alhamdulillah, may Allah bless you. Naveed, alaikum assalam. Do you know Pashto? That's great. Would you answer this question in Pashto? Which one is harder, fiqh or aqidah? Thank you. Okay, so په دې مسئله کې مطلب دا دی چې بعض خلک داسې یي چې د دې طبیعت د فقه په فقه طرح باندې لکه سره مناسبتي او بعض خلک داسې یي هغې د مناسبت عقیده سره زیاده نو زه اکثر خلک ته داسې وامه چې کله چې یو څیز تاسو زده کوئ نو هغه څیز کې لکه مهارت حاصل کړئ لکه ستاسو شوق دا یي چې زما شوق دا دی چې زه اوس په فقه حنفي فقه زده کوم نو په دې کې لکه څومره کتابونه دي د دې لکه مطالعه وکړه یا چې کوم اهم کتابونه یي چې کوم ضروري کتابونه یي هغه کې لکه مهارت حاصل کړه یا چې ستا شوق دا دی چې زه عقیده زما شوق عقیده کې دی ځکه زما شوق دا دی چې زه غواړم چې زه لکه پخته شم چې دا مسله کې نو عقیده کې ستا مناسبت وي. Why didn't the Prophet ﷺ warn people about smoking like alcohol? Because he didn't know it may be. Yes, definitely. Yeah. So there's lots of things like we have car accidents. So the Prophet, peace be upon him, didn't mention about car accidents or didn't because they weren't there at that time. But he gave us the principles. He left us with the principles to follow when it comes to these things. That anything that harms your body is not allowed. Ustad, which books of Aqidah would you recommend for us to read? What are the authentic, orthodox and classical? So, Aqidah Tahawiyya, Fiqh al-Akbar, these are the two main ones, classical ones you can say. And then you got other sort of like works that were done on those as well. But before anyone does any Aqidah, I would always say study the Quran from cover to cover before going to any Aqidah. Yeah, cover to cover, understand the Quran, and then I would say understand the firqas, the groups that came about in the early years, in the years of Sahaba and the Tabi'in, Tabi'in that came about, and understand where their beliefs came from. What was the reasons? And then going into, other stuff. Okay, anyway, I'm going to finish in a bit. I'm just trying to get loads of questions now. SMB, if you realize you have some impurities on your hoodie during Jamaat, will taking it off during Salah invalidate the Salah? If it's fallen on it, then no. But if it's been there from before, then I would repeat the salat again. Ahmed, have you ever been to the Tarbela Dam? Yes, definitely have been there. Very, very nice. I had the fish there as well. So on the side when they have fish. So they have this fish here, it's a dam basically, and the water color looks like grayish, like very eerie color, light blue, like beige. No, yeah, light bluish kind of turquoise. So turquoise, bluish, grayish, kind of weird color, very kind of eerie. And they got fish in there. It's got massive fish. And you got these little restaurants on the side that actually cook. They catch the fish and they cook it fresh for you. Have you had that? If Imam makes many mistakes during khutbah, should it be repeated? No. If the impurity of the ground is dried, can you pray salat on there even if it's visible? If it's visible, no. Hassan Khan, that Eton accent isn't half bad. Maybe one day I'll pop down to Birmingham and we can have an accent off. All right. So it's like one of those rap battles, yeah. Okay, so Sharifa, ever since I joined your class, I am now a different person in terms of religion. Thanks a lot. You're welcome. You're welcome. Sharifa from Uganda. Uganda, very nice place. MashaAllah. I haven't been there, but I had many friends in madrasa from Uganda. And you speak Swahili there, yeah? So a lot of them, MashaAllah, wapi. Unopika chakula gani? Yeah, that's my Swahili there for you ended. You had an experience with jinn. Yes, the Prophet ﷺ said Dajjal is the greatest fitna, but there's no mention of him in the Quran. How come? Because the Quran does not have to mention everything. Does not have to mention every single. The Quran mentions principles. So the Dajjal falls under great principles that the Quran mentions. Yeah, so the Quran doesn't have to mention like every single event that's going to happen at the Day of Judgment. It mentions the Day of Judgment, and then it mentions this is what's going to, it's like things are going to happen in the future. So the Quran will indicate towards that. وَإِنَّهُ لَعِلْمٌ لِسَاعَةِ and one قراءة لَعَلَمٌ لِسَاعَةِ. Always careers Naveed Data Ziyata Munallah Diwekhi. Ameen. Dawood Hussein, Salam Mufti. What is the best shara for Aqidah Tahawiyya? Aqidah Tahawiyya, I don't know, there's Qawnawi's, it's a famous one. And then you've got Qawnawi's, and then you got a new one that's come out as well, Sheikh Said Fawda, 2 volumes. There's also Sheikh Mufti Raza al-Haq's also got one as well, South Africa. So these are some of the good ones. Mushkat Ustad, what's the ruling about ironing clothes on Musalla? Some people iron the clothes of Janamaz. It's fine, nothing wrong with it. As long as you don't do it out of disrespect. London, do you have any lighting systems in place for 10 p.m. live streams? Lighting is basically just the normal light I've got fitted in. So I've got this like a bit of fancy light fitted in, so it gives a lot of illumination in the room. And I got at the back, as you can see, there's a standing and I've got on the side on this desk here, as you guys can't see it, I've got a LED light, a desk light. But I'm going to get some more lights. Yeah, so there's one light, soft light I need to get, which basically creates a nice soft. Okay, look at what you've got enough room for me to join you. Now in vlogs, I can be the 4th date, but a long way from Coventry. Can you come closer, Coventry Road? Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. MashaAllah, the question has just baffled me. Your question has baffled my brother. Yeah. Well, if you want to go on Coventry Road to go for dinner, is that a hint? If you want to take me for dinner on Coventry Road to a steak place, maybe. Naheed, Ustad, can you make a video on the history of schools in Aqidah? Yeah, definitely. That's something, inshallah, I'm going to be working on, inshallah. Always, did you move house? Yes. Saad bin Shaykhna, how are you, Saad? Alhamdulillah, 1833. I am very well, thank you very much. Look about that. Do you still live in Birmingham? Yes. No, I live in Birmingham. I live in the same Birmingham by, inshallah, I will not be leaving Birmingham. Yeah, I may die. I want my body to be buried in Birmingham. This is the earth, the land upon which I gave live streams. I enjoyed your monologue at the start and definitely loved the banter with you. Love and respect, Ustad. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome, guys. May Allah respect you guys. May Allah bless you guys. May Allah put barakah in your lives and keep you healthy, keep you positive. I know. See, the thing is, people in life go through different things. Yeah, some people are going through a happy mood. Some people are going through a sad mood. Things happen in people's lives. There's even people here who are going through things in their life. Yeah, and sometimes you don't want to tell other people about this. Yeah, so this is why we make dua for each other. Alhamdulillah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keep us steadfast on the deen. Allah protect our families, protect our iman, our faith. These are the kind of things that we want more than anything in our lives. So when I do these kind of Friday things, one of my intentions is that I just want to sort of like show the kind of chilled outside, happy, positive, giving you guys some nice tips on how to make biryani. Yeah, one day I think I'm gonna record how to do biryani. Yeah, you guys up for that? Do you like Bradford? Bradford's good. It's good. Yeah, I like it. I like coming there. Yeah, I definitely like coming there. It's nice. It's calm. It's quiet. Chilled out. The people are good people as well. Bradford people know how to laugh and joke. Yeah, Bradford has best food. Allah knows best about that. Always. Allah knows. Some places have good food. There's one place here. I'll tell you guys here. There's one place that every time I used to go there, I used to get a bad stomach in the morning. Every single time. Yeah. It's called Khaybar something. Yeah, Khaybar Bridge. I don't know. Khaybar something. Trust me, that place. I don't know if it works for you, but they make this big chapli kebabs and massive rotis. But you get a bad stomach. I used to get a bad stomach. I don't know if maybe the masala they used or maybe, I don't know, some extra non-written ingredients they put into it. Are you still in your beloved Aston? No, I'm not in Aston. Lots of love. Ameen, you too, bro. It's Bradford has the best food. Imran, Alhamdulillah, please pray for me, inshallah. Can I pray and roll up my trousers to my knees when it's hot? Yeah, you can. I mean, as long as you can do that outside, as long as you can walk like that outside. If you're okay to walk like that outside in the street, then you can wear it in salat. That's the rule, basically. As long as you can do it outside in public, it's okay in salat. Hamadan, you should come Blackburn, Mufti Sahib. Inshallah. Blackburn, yeah, definitely. I'm going to come down to Blackburn. Yeah, Blackburn's okay as well. Blackburn, only thing Hamdan, yeah. No offense, yeah. Blackburn doesn't have many food places. Yeah, Blackburn does not have many food places, and they had one place, but that wasn't very nice. Yeah, so I don't know. You need to tell me some good food places in Blackburn, and then maybe I'll come. What's the best dua wazifa to have? Kids medically, all is okay, but nothing happening. Don't worry, I don't have kids as well, yeah. But so touch to that, bro. Yeah, touch. Let's do a long distance touch. The thing is, look, it's all in the hands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What you can do is, IVF treatment. Mufti Saifur Rahman Khalidi in India, he has given permission for this. His fatwa is, and he's like a senior scholar in India, the son or the nephew of Mufti Mujahid al-Qasim. Yeah, so if a person wants to try IVF treatment, then there is permissibility for it. I know some scholars say it's not allowed, but there is permissibility for this. And it's just something sometimes in the hands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He gives people different times. Ibrahim alayhi salam, he got it 80 years old, man. So if me and you are going to be waiting until we're 80, and then imagine that, 2 Buddhas walking down the street, and then a kid crying, 1 second, and by the time then put the bottle in the kid's mouth, the kid's legged it. Yeah, then I run, he's grown up. He's grown up, learned how to read and write, and he learned how to use a mobile phone, and that's it, done one. So du'as is very important, but medical, you can take medical sort of like measures as well. I'm completely unbiased and I have lived in a lot of different cities. I'd say Manchester and London are amazing. Cardiff is pretty good too. Always how old are you, Sheikh? Take a guess. Always. London, I have an amazing biryani and sirloin steak recipe on my channel, so please check it out. Yeah, okay. Actually, I tried to make sirloin steak barbecue, but it didn't come out right. I didn't have the heat hot enough. What's the temperature I need for sirloin steak? I need to know the temperature, because the temperature didn't come out right, and it was like basically it was like Gora steak, you know, Gora steak. It's like really red in the middle, really red. Yeah, and I don't like that kind of stuff, man. Hamim Oasis in Batley. Yeah, Batley's got some nice places. Yeah, Batley, yeah, definitely. Batley's got some top places, mashallah. So Batley's got some places, I'm impressed. These guys, yeah, proper Gujaratis. As is it? Memons live there as well. Yeah, Gujaratis. You guys are opening up some nice places, man. Yeah, Salt. What's it called? Salt and Crust, and Frankie's, and you got also over there Mother Hubbard's. You got some other places as well. Mashallah, you guys are killing it, man. Always, do you like Alam Rock Road? Is that a question? Do I like Alam Rock Road? Is that a question, my brother? You have to have a full training to be able to go on that road. To be able to drive on that road, you have to have a special training license. To be able to speak on that road, you have special. To be able to eat food on that road, you have to have a special stomach. Yeah, because Alam Rock Road is one in the world. Awais Zahur, 38. I'm going to be 38 inshallah. Soon. I'm going to be very, very soon. I'm going to be 38. Hamdan, it's changed now. Fisab, it's the food desserts hotspot now. Yeah. Alright. Okay. So, I'm going to come down then. Ahmad, Sheikh, do you like your steaks to be semi-cremated? No, not necessarily cremated. Yeah. But I like them to be, to be honest, I like, what's that meat called? What's that meat called? That dried meat. You know what dried meat is? I forgot what it's called now. It's skipped my mind. Yeah, I like dried meat. I like that. You know when you kind of bite it off. Leicester is really good for food. Leicester's okay. It's good. It's not like fantastic. It's okay. Food in Leicester is amazing. It's okay. It's alright. Grizzler's my favourite burger place in Leicester. Grizzlers, yeah, gotta try that. Nahid Sheikh, I think that stare will become a new meme or you need to try Mr. T's Parmesan. Smoked meat. No, not smoked meat. No, you know that. You get a lot of this from Africa. Yeah, it's a delicacy there. I forgot what it's called, man. Skip my mind, man. I went to beef jerky. That's it, man. Beef jerky. I went to Koila in Leicester, and I still remember how amazing their food was. All right, London. My wife tells me off because I like a red rare steak. I cook on medium. Yeah, I think medium. I don't know. Maybe I need to get used to. Maybe I need to watch your video. Maybe I need to try it. Maybe I need to come down your house, bro. Yeah, hint. And maybe I need to make me food. Yeah, Tahmid, you're the man. Beef jerky. Yes. Hamdan, Haludi is going to be disappointed in your... Yeah, Haludi, I hope you're not watching, bro. Haludi, if you're watching, yeah, you know you are the enemy of people who like well done steaks. I mean, I don't like well done steaks. I like them. I don't like them like really red inside. Pinkish is okay, but not like red. Basically, I recently discovered that some cheese, such as Parmesan cheese, is actually made with an animal rene. Yeah, it's fine. According to Hanafis, it's fine. Yeah, in fact, that's how cheese was made in the time of the Prophet ﷺ. It's fine. Birmingham does Leicester any day. Yes, MH, yeah, touch to you, bro. Yeah, that's it. Guys, you're listening. Birmingham does Leicester any day in terms of food. Any day. We will we'll have a challenge. Yeah. Always, is gelatin halal if some essence has changed in vinegar made from wine? So that's an argument that a lot of people use. But it depends how much. I don't know exactly how much change takes place. That's the whole issue. How much has to take place. So you need to be someone who actually knows a bit about chemistry to be able to understand the composite change. My door's open to you. If you come down, I will have to order Wagyu beef for yes. Wagyu beef. I haven't had Wagyu beef yet, yeah. Yeah, but I watched so many these kind of like Wagyu A5 beef videos. That trust me, just tastes. It looks just so tasty. Just when that guy is sitting there in front of you, he kind of makes it, and he makes it in small little pieces, and you're hungry, and then you think to yourself, I wonder how that tastes. Coventry has a nice corner shop, cheese and onion crisp. That's it, bro. That Coventry corner shop, Allahu Akbar, cheese and onion crisp for 20p. 20 pence was what I used to pay in the early 90s when we were kids, in the late 80s. You need to try Jamaican chicken. Yeah, jerk Jamaican chicken. That sounds good, man. Anyway, guys, I'm going to have to finish there now. So it was very, very nice talking to you guys. Yeah, I really enjoy talking to you guys. MashaAllah. You guys are just very wonderful people. And may Allah bless you people. Inshallah, I will see you guys tomorrow for the live stream. And hopefully on Sunday, I'm going to be doing the Surah Yasin. I'm going to be doing the Surah Yasin maybe afternoon time, something like that. Yeah, so Jazakumullah khair, and I will see you guys next time. So what's the evidence or argument Salafis use to justify eating Big Macs? Yeah, inshallah, I'll mention that next time. Ask that question next time, inshallah. I won't be able to answer now. Tangy Toms. You still remember Tangy Toms? Allahu Akbar. Tangy Toms, and there's those other ones. Remember those kind of thin little, what are they called, man? I forgot what they're called. Tangy Toms, yeah, man. Would you eat meat that's isn't HMC as in HFA? I probably eat HFA. Okay, Allah Hafiz. Take care. Du'as inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. So do a mukbang. It sounds like some you've been eating those alcoholic dates. You've been eating alcoholic dates. 5 rules alcoholic dates. You've been eating some of those. Space Raiders, yeah, Space Raiders. Right, guys, if you haven't hit like button, make sure you hit like here. And I will see you guys. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.